It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for the Royal Rumble numbers draw. We do it every year, and we thank you so much for joining us for this particular episode. Greg Cherry, Jeff Meacham, along with you as always. Maddie Laws, I'm sure, will be joining us soon enough.
Hasn't been always for a while. It's been a while since I've been on the show, and I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, that's fair. Last week's Luck of the Draw, a lot of fun.
Yes, sorry I missed it.
If you didn't get to check that out, Xenia pulled out the victory.
Yes.
Came down to the very last hand, but a very entertaining episode nonetheless. So if you haven't yet, go check it out. Definitely a lot of fun. So this is something, like I mentioned, I like to do every year.
Yes.
We do the Royal Rumble numbers draw, and last year we raised money for Jessie Devin because she was going through a lot of medical stuff. Not like she still isn't.
Right.
So go support her as well.
Yes.
This year we decided to do a charity, and I know Maddie's done work with the 988 over on the Raw Ball podcast. So we decided to turn this Royal Rumble numbers draw into a split pot, as it were. Like 25% of the total raised money is going to go to the winner of the men's, 25% to the runner-up for the women's, and of course, 50% is going to the 988 Lifeline. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this. I organized the draw order earlier today. So the order that everybody donated, that's not the order you draw because I will be first for both of them. So I felt like that was a little unfair.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I am second for one of them. So
hey, yeah.
Further down the list. We had more unique people participate in this than we ever have before. So that's something pretty cool. I'm glad that this was shared. We only had 3 people do repeat entries.
Oh, wow.
And the rest of them are completely unique. So that's something incredible. Because I think last year we didn't fill the Rumble completely.
We did not, no.
If you want to pull up Dwayne's thing there, all of the pools are taken. However, it is still possible to buy additional numbers. You'll just be piggybacking with somebody else.
Right.
Because Jeff asked me that question earlier. And I'm going to close those entries. I know I said I was going to close them at the start of the show, but we filled up. So it's like, okay, all the spots are filled. That is what it is.
Right.
So if you want to continue to donate, I should put the address on here of where to donate. So give me 1 second.
Is it the banners already or no?
Well, the Streamlabs takes a little bit out. Like if you donate to Streamlabs, it takes a little bit out of the donation.
Oh, okay. Stand by, we're live, pals.
We are live, pal.
So, Dylan, in that case, do you want in on this then?
What?
All the number polls are taken, but you can still donate and have your number chosen for you. Just piggyback on somebody else. Do you understand what that means?
What?
So, like, Greg's going to put the numbers in a tumbler, 1 through 30, and then whatever number comes up, will get attached to your name. But since all the numbers just fell, you will share the portion of the winnings with the person that already has the spot. You still want in?
Yeah.
All right. How many spots you want?
3.
3. He wants 3 spots for his $15. So there you go.
Okay. You'll have to let me know how many in the men's, how many in the women's.
So you get 3 draws. How many do you want for the men's match and for the women's match?
2 for the men's, 1 for the women's. Actually, no, 3 for the men's. So I don't care about the women.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
right.
that was the 15-year-old coming out of him. Yeah. So 3 spots in the men's draw because he doesn't care about the men's Royal Rumble, women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
That's what he meant to say.
Or the participants.
They've only named like 4 of them, to be fair. Jesus.
Less than that.
This is why you can't be on the air. This is shit like that, son. Jesus Christ.
So
You don't need to give it to me right now. You're good for it. You're
Show
fine.
it.
Jesus Christ.
Be real.
There you go. There's just 15.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys do enter, please put it in the chat that you sent the money in, because all
Yes.
this going on, I might not see it, and I don't want to miss it if you guys enter. So there you go.
That's why Jeff is helping produce today.
Yes. All right. So I put up a poll on Twitter on Monday that ran through yesterday to see which match we would be starting with. And
Okay.
we are starting overwhelmingly with the women's Royal Rumble.
All right. Well, Dylan can sit back and chill then for now.
Yes, he can. Well, I'm gonna, since he has to piggyback off somebody else, I'm going to draw his numbers later. So
Right. No, that's fair. That's fair.
they won't be on the show itself. This is just for the.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then we'll draw it later. There you go.
Yeah, I'll draw later. But the first name that we are drawing for in the Women's Royal Rumble is former WTC Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion. And if there's anybody in the world who might be a better trivia mind than me, it's probably him. It's Chris Cass.
Yes.
Because Chris Cass is superb at wrestling trivia.
Yes. This is very true.
We're going to draw. Hopefully this doesn't make a ton of noise, because I'm going to be doing this whole show. So here we go.
ASMR, first for the record. Oh.
I might only do it for the first few and then draw the rest. Oh, look. Gifted one. There you go.
Threw itself at you. It wanted to be out.
Yeah, I mean, it really did. First number. Chris Cass is going to get entry number 12.
Well, dun dun dun. I think you have the Royal Rumble theme in the background, but then we'll get pinged.
I mean, I have it somewhere, but like I'd have to have it on loop or something.
Well, what's funny is I've got a remix version that I've got away with using before. Let me see if I can bring it up, and we'll do that.
I wonder if it's the same remix version I use for my Rumble videos.
If it was a guy based out of near San Diego, then no.
Okay. All right. Next up is another former Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion, the one and only Jeff Meacham.
Hey, woo!
All right. Here's your number. Jeff, in the Women's Royal Rumble, you have number 10.
10. And he's a free agent, so you never know.
He's a free agent. Maybe he'll show up on Saturday. You never
He
know.
could. He very well could.
Well, Dwayne's getting 2 entries after. I just saw that pop up across, so I'm guessing 1 men's and 1 women's. That's pretty cool. We're exceeding our goal. That's pretty exciting. Yes, that's exactly what I said. All right, next up. Unfortunately, couldn't be here due to an illness, but JJ Williams is up next. All right, here we go. JJ. I didn't even write your number down.
Whoopsie doodle.
JJ is number, the earliest number that has not won a Rumble. Number 4.
Oh, Jesus. His week just gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Jay. Oh, shit. Okay, so first of all, let me close that camera. You don't need that on. Just taking up space.
All right. Next up, my good buddy, your good buddy, everybody's good buddy. It's Travis Fame, baby.
Yeah, T-Fame.
T-Fame is in it. And T-Fame is going to get lucky number. Oh, sorry, Fame.
Shit. Hey, 25 years ago today, Mr. McMahon won with that number, so, you know.
He did, but, you know, the Women's Royal Rumble also had a winner from number 1 last year.
That's fair.
So, yes, and there's a rift with a censored sign.
Yes. Yes, there's the boss man himself.
Yeah. If you want to see what the sign actually said, go to Peacock and subscribe.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, next
And yes,
up.
Peacock, we know. Checked in the mail. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Exactly. Big G's asking how many spots are open. The spots are closed as far as being built up, but if you want additional numbers, you can enter as many times as you want. And you can just piggyback off people. But I'm only drawing the 60 that initially were chosen. All right, next up on the list, somebody who is responsible for retweeting this a lot, Corey Michaels is next up.
There you go.
And his number is, let's see if I can get it here.
That's loud. Sorry.
Number
Jesus Christ.
25.
There you go.
The number Oscar won from in 2018.
I can't find a happy medium here.
It's okay. All right, so Corey's got 25. Next up, representing the reaction room, Brian Doyle.
There you go.
And Brian, your number is none other than number, you got us all 26.
There you go. To answer the question for me in the chat, we don't know if I'm going to be on the show. As far as I knew, it was the spots were full on the predictions for the Raw night. But if there's a dropout, I will be there. We'll put it that way.
No, Austin won from 5.
Yes, he was number 5 that year.
And Big G sent in 3 more, so that's pretty cool.
There we go. I love it.
Yeah. So Big G, let me know how you want to split that up, or if you want to be like Dylan and just get all from one.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we're getting donations the day of. That's pretty.
I love
awesome.
that. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
That expands the pool, number one, and also expands how much we're giving to the charity, which is
Exactly.
the entire pool, really. So next up, he's participated in the draw before. Mike Nixon.
Yay!
Participated last year. I'm gonna spin it after this one to make sure I shuffle
Yes.
it up.
And Mike is here in the chat room, so
There he is. All right. He said he wasn't sure. He said he had like basketball practice or something. Like, wasn't sure if he was going to be here.
he is here.
This was worth being here for, though. 24. Solid.
24 is a good number.
Yeah, 24 is a good number.
Okay.
3 winners have come from 24.
All right.
All right. I'm going to give this a spin, and then we're going to get to our next number. And the nice thing about the way that I did it this year is I printed out a pink sheet of numbers and a blue sheet of numbers, so I can just easily replace all of them and not have to do it after the fact.
Beautiful.
I do have some foresight, at least.
Every once in a while we get that done on here, you know. So while Greg's a tumbling, I will break this news. At least it wasn't Belichick.
Oh, well, I had heard Belichick was supposed to be the coach, or was being interviewed for the coach of the Falcons.
That'd still be fine with me. He'd still be all the way on the other side of the country and wouldn't be in Dallas. So I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Keep him the hell out of blue and silver. That's all I ask. Holy shit. Ugh.
But at least we don't have to deal with Harbaugh in Michigan, so that's a plus.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But you know, and I'm not a big Chargers guy anyway. They're the Squatters, so I can still root against them with Belichick there or with Harbaugh there. I don't like Harbaugh anyway.
I don't care for Harbaugh either for obvious reasons. All right. Anyway, next up.
Anyway, yeah, yes.
This was the gentleman I faced off up against a couple different times on the Shining Wizards podcast. For the Can You Beat That Championship. It's Kyle from the Apron Bump.
Oh, there you go.
And Kyle, lucky number is going to be, well, maybe it'll be lucky number 7.
7.
JB3, no, I did not get a new camera. This is my phone.
Yes. We're both using the phones for video purposes and our computers for production purposes. So there you go. The safest way to go.
Emmanuel was asking which numbers have never won a Rumble. I know off the top of my head 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. I don't think 15 has.
I don't think it has either.
20. I don't think 21 has either. And then 26. That should be all of them.
21's interesting because 21 was the number that Undertaker drew when he was given favored draw after being the most recent former WWF champion, and he got 21. It's like, well, that's sure fair. Yeah.
You would have thought it got 30, and that one went to the Warlord. So go figure.
Yeah, Warlord, who lasted what he did, thanks to Hogan and Sid.
Lasted less than 2 minutes. It was better than.
He did. It's true.
All right, next up, Mike Peterson.
All right.
And here we go with Mike's number. Speaking of, number 21.
There it is. So you did off the top of your head, for the record, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 15, 17, 20, 21 have never won.
17 should have been Charlotte Flair.
Sorry. No. I'll go back and look at that.
Yeah, 17 was Charlotte Flair in 2020, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. No, that was the men's rumble. Maybe the men's rumble stats, to be fair.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Next up is she was a guest last week on the show. It's Collins.
There you go, Colin. So add 17 to the has won list, but the other ones I mentioned have never won. And then of course there was that 40-man Royal Rumble, but we didn't.
Well, if we count that, then 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, and 40 also.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
And then if you want to count the greatest, then 42, 43, 44, 45,
45, 46, 47.
If you really want to get technical about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Collins has got the number that Drew McIntyre won from in 2020, 16.
There you go. That's the only winner from 16 so far.
Correct. The middle numbers don't get a whole lot of love. I'm hoping with the new regime. I'm begging for the new regime to not do the 1 in 30 tropes. I'm kind of over it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we went so long. Go ahead.
We got them both last year. We got a 30 winner and a 1 winner. It's like, okay.
Yeah. We went so long without 30 winning, and now it's happened. Like it has the most now.
It has the most. Yeah, it's happened 5 times since 2000.
Yeah. That's kind of ridiculous. And a 33 or whatever. No, not 33. 33. Yeah. This year's 34, but yeah.
36, I think.
88.
Yeah, 88
that's
to 24.
Oh my God, yeah, it's 5 years younger than me. So yeah, that's fair. Okay. I'm not old. Shut up.
I didn't say that.
I know you did.
Next up, Anthony Zatkos. New entry to the draw.
Yes.
I love seeing all these different names. Like
I love it, man. It's great.
This blew up. Number 19. John Cena and Roman Reigns both won from 19.
That's pretty high marks to reside in.
Although the Rumble that Reigns won from in 2015 is among the worst Rumbles of all time, but
that's fair.
I digress.
Yes. Good question from Josh. Will we begin your predictions for the show after we're done with the draw?
Yeah, I can do predictions. I figure we're going to get through this pretty quickly and still have some time till we get to the 8 o'clock.
Yeah, sure.
Josh said 28 had Shinsuke from the teams. Yeah, he won number 14.
Yeah.
28.
Yep.
All right, next up.
his post Rumble programs have been what they've been. So we try to dwell on that too much. Poor Shinsuke.
Yeah. Well, 14 is supposedly a cursed number, so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the curse hit him fully because he still ended up winning the Intercontinental title a couple times, the U.S. title a couple times, and he won the tag titles with Cesaro, if anybody remembers that. Dwayne says 2022 was the worst, both men's and women's. 2022 was easily the worst women's Rumble, not the worst men's. Among the worst, but not the worst.
Yeah.
If Shane McMahon would have won, it would have been my number one. I say that facetiously because
yes,
was trash.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Ophelia Payne.
Oh, okay. She's here too. I saw her comment earlier.
I did see that too.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Randy Orton won from this in 2009, number 8.
Good Rumble. Bad Rumble cash-in match. Oh, rough.
Both Randy Orton's Rumble wins led to the most god-awful title matches.
Is that not the shits for Randy? My God. Both got pigeonholed in completely different ways and just led to the absolute diuretic shit matches. Oh, my God. Oh,
I love Randy. He's one of the greatest of all time. But my gosh, his match against Triple H at Mania 25 and his match against Bray at 33 were among the worst matches I've ever seen in his career.
Yeah, the one with Bray was destined to be because they were going to gimmick the hell out of it. The problem with the one in 2000, the problem in 2009 was they didn't have to gimmick it, and they should have gimmicked it, made it no disqualification, no holds barred, and they just made it a regular match. Like, this man broke into his house.
The problem I have with Bray's is that, like, they did the stuff on the ring apron too many times.
Yes.
If you did it once, it would be effective, but you overkilled it and was like, okay, this is just taking away from the match now.
Yeah, it very much felt like they were trying to do something like the Inferno match, but it's like, no, it's not the same. It doesn't have the same effect. It looks like they just tried too hard. They tried too hard with Bray the whole time he was there. That's the problem. They either didn't try hard enough or tried too hard. They never found the middle ground with Bray.
No. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
I'll have more thoughts on that, I'm sure.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to totally get us off track there.
Yeah. Next up, Simon Renshaw. Which, if he pulls 23 and is the other one that Orton won, he'll laugh.
That'd be funny.
It would be. No, but we just talked about this one. Shinsuke winning from 14.
14, there you go.
Simon Renshaw is number 14. All right, we're almost halfway through the women's. Joe Slavinsky is next up for the Women's Rumble.
Okay.
And he is going to get...
Yes, Dwayne, this is for the women's.
Yes, we're doing the women's first. Hasn't won yet, but who knows? Number 20.
Yeah, has won in their match. That's true.
Eventually, and it might take a number of years, I'd like to see every spot have a winner at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably will, since there's a few numbers that don't have winners.
Yeah. Well, I mean, God, in 30, almost 40 years of the Royal Rumble, there's still been numbers that haven't won yet. So,
yeah, that's true. All right, this is one of Dory Lou's picks because Dory Lou has 2. Dory Lou has 2 and 2 in the men's, and this is Dory. Dory's first number. Number 9. Number
9. If you know, you know. Also a non-winner in the men's, at least.
Nope. 9 has not won yet. Next up, he's not here yet. He's probably sleeping. Our other co-host on the Greg Cherry Show, Matty Laws.
Yes. Well,
I'm waiting for him to show up like right after we draw his number.
Yeah, 4:00 it'll be a thing. or 7, whatever the. Yeah.
I know he knew the show was tonight, but because he responded to my message earlier.
Probably forgot about the time change.
Probably. Well, doesn't affect him that much, does it?
Yeah, snooze, you don't lose. Holy shit.
Yeah. You snooze, you get a big advantage. Number 29. Insane. All right, next up after Maddie is Greg Maher, who was in last year's number draw as well.
Yes, Greg's here. He asked a question earlier about your. He asked something. I forgot what he asked. Oh, there it is. How many? He asked about me being on the prediction show tomorrow. So Greg is here watching.
Greg Maher gets the winner of the very first Royal Rumble, number 13.
There you go.
20, but you know.
Yeah,
Still counts.
it does count. Yes.
All right, next up, we have Kyle Bird of the Apron Bump's wife. She's entered too. Her name is Kenzie.
There you go.
So, Kenzie's number is number. Oh, jeez. Kyle got 7. Kenzie gets 28.
Yes.
Batista's
There
one
you
from
go.
my place.
And Cape Ray answered this. Actually, number 30 has the most in the men's Royal Rumble now, with 5 different winners since 2007.
And Ronda Rousey also won from 28 in 2022.
Yes.
Which set off into motion a number of things. But all right, next up is Dory Lou's second number.
Okay.
Dory Lou has number 9, and she also has. I can get it open here. Just a fold. Here it is.
Oh, sorry for yawning, guys. Jeez.
What was previously the luckiest number in the draw?
Yes. Yes. You know what's funny? I think both 1 and 30 have passed that now.
Starting off the Rumble has passed that because
Yes.
1 and 27 are tied, but you have to include 2 or 2 because it takes 2 to start the match.
Yes.
So technically, starting off the Rumble has more than number 30 because there's 4 from 1 and 2 from 2.
There's including the women. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to include the women's in the stats now.
Well, I don't have both lists in front of me because I'm having to scroll because I'm just too lazy to open up another tab.
I gotcha. I feel like I need to shuffle before this next pick.
Yes. Yeah. For the men's, Undertaker, John Cena, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Cody, and now that was it for the men's for the Rumble period. Nobody's won from 30 for the women's yet. So
Triple H,
right? No, for the women's.
No, nobody's won from 30 for the women's.
But yeah,
it's been Taker, Cena, Triple H, Lesnar, Cody.
Yeah, right.
All right. The reason why I shuffled is because next up is the longest reigning Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion in history. Yours truly.
That guy, this guy.
So let's see if I can draw myself a decent number this year because I typically haven't.
Yeah.
So for the Women's Royal Rumble, you know what? I'll take it. That's not bad. 17.
17's a non-winner, but it was Charlotte. The Women's Rumble has won. So
yeah, Charlotte won from it, so it's not bad.
No.
Not well.
Her knee isn't lucky this year, but she was lucky when she won the Rumble.
But you know what? She's rehabbing the shit out of it. So
dude, if you follow her story, she's a freaking machine. God bless her, man.
All right, next up, the Mark Order's Ryan Sullivan is next.
There you go.
We love the Mark Order, our Wednesday night compatriots.
Yes.
And Ryan is going to get lucky number 22. Triple H in 2002 and Sheamus in 2012.
So it's multiple time winners. So for the mark order, we get a
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
All right. The next two picks are both Stat Boy. So that's interesting.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was distracted. I apologize.
No, the next two picks are for Stat Boy.
Oh, okay. There you go. Hopefully he's watching. He might be working today, though, so maybe not.
And Stat Boy's first pick, Stat Boy, who was unable to stump me in Rumble trivia,
Yes.
much to his chagrin.
Much to his chagrin. My goodness. Did he get a shit number? Oh, no!
Listen, I know Rhea won from it last year, but I doubt they're going to do it twice in a row.
We already stated we don't want it to happen this year, so it's like,
That's true.
Yeah. For Stat Boy's sake, I would hope so, but I'm being real. Like, let's not stick to the history making. Let's just have a random shit number happen this year. Why not?
Exactly. You can tell a good story without a 1 or a 30.
Yes.
Stat Boy's second pick.
Besides, they put story with Cody so many times. If I hear the word story in him one more time, I'm going to vomit. I swear to God.
The Stat Boy also got, well, he's got 3 of a kind.
Oh, there you go.
Because he got number 11.
Josh, you can message people directly and not blow up an entire chat room with messages. You understand that can be a thing, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying, Josh. Love you, brother. Damn it all.
All right. Next up, also representing the reaction room, my buddy Jose Tabuada.
Oh, okay, there you go. Cool.
And Jose's number is going to be Jose, my guy.
30. There it is.
There's the number 30. Listen, I know we don't want it to happen, but having the last position in the Rumble is a pretty solid one, especially because there's a whole bunch of rumors of who's going to be number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I want to be number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble, but I doubt it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm following the reports from Sean and Andrew Zarian, and I'm saying it's not going to happen. So I don't want to build myself up for it.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of the rare times that I agree with wanting them to be wrong. Like I want to see her come back. So.
I want them to be wrong too, but listen, as long as she's on my TV, I don't care where she's at.
That's fair too. That's very valid. And she just got snake bit, soon when she returned to the television screen. So we'll see what happens.
She should have won in 2022, but unfortunately, not the case. Next up is another one of my reaction room buddies, Yudo Mahon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Very cool.
And he has not as lucky as Jose, but who
No.
is?
No, but one of the more famous win numbers.
Yep. One of the best Rumbles of all time was one from number 3. Actually,
I still say it's the greatest single Rumble match there ever was.
Yeah, two great Rumbles happened with number 3 winning. 1992 and the 2021 Women's.
That's very true. Very true.
All right, next up, luck of the draw contestant extraordinaire and all-around wonderful human being, one of our favorite people in the world, Daisy!
Yay, Daisy!
Hopefully Daisy's recovering from her post-COVID-ness.
Oh, God, yeah. I think the only thing worse than having COVID is the post-COVID because it just drains every bit of you. It sucks.
Well, this isn't going to help.
Shit.
Sorry, Daisy.
Not a winning number on either gender. Good grief almighty.
Well, she's got an earlier draw on the next one, so it's fine.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
Next up, another reaction room guy, Andrew the Wolfman Wolfman.
Reaction room is all up in this. I'm here for this. This is great.
They are. Listen, they help me out greatly in this. I appreciate them.
Yes.
All right, Wolfman, what do you got?
I love that the universes are all coming together for this. It's really cool that we're all getting everybody involved. Your brand, the multiverse of media, No DQ, we're all getting involved in it because the Rumble's arguably the biggest show of the year outside of WrestleMania. So
Absolutely. And Wolfman gets a good number because Shawn Michaels won from it in 96.
there you go, 18.
All right.
Can't go wrong with the Shawn Michaels number.
Yes. Big Baller G is their next number.
Hope he's still watching.
Do what?
Oh, no. He said he was going to work. I take that back.
Did I skip somebody?
Rather. What's that?
Did I skip somebody? No.
I don't know. Did you?
No, there's 3 left. Okay. I was like, there's 3 balls in here. I only see 2 numbers. No, I just can't count. I got Jeff syndrome. Big Baller G.
Buy the shirt if it's still there.
Yeah. Especially since Pro Wrestling Tees took down my store. So fuck them.
Did they really?
Yeah, didn't even tell me about it.
That's kind of shitty.
Number 5.
Number 5.
7.
There's the Stone Cold number. There you go. There it is.
Cape Rayer says 1996 Rumble was meh. Meh is being kind.
Yeah, the winner was cool because it led to a cool moment, but the Rumble show and match themselves, yeah, pretty much.
I for some reason had the urge to watch the 96 match. I was like, I know this match isn't good, but I still want to watch it and see how not good it was.
Yeah. I honestly just think what could have been, I mean, first of all, we wouldn't have NWO if this played out the way it did, but if Diesel and Razor would have been able to continue on and both have programs with Shawn as world champion, man, they could have had some banger matches. Oh,
I mean, Diesel did.
Well, he did, but I just feel like there could have been more meat on that bone had they both not signed with WCW. But again, there's no NWO without that, and I don't want that to be a thing. So,
by the way, Easter egg in case nobody's watched the In Your House Good Friends Better Enemies match in 96. Watch the end of that match because Shawn Michaels, I feel like, knew who was in the NWO. Because at the end of that match, he does this and he also does this.
that's right. He does. I didn't. Damn.
And I didn't put that together until I rewatched that match in like 2007, 2008 or something like that. I was like, huh, Shawn knew this months before it actually played out on WCW TV, before Diesel and Razor had even left the company.
Well, from what I remember, and again, we're going off into the weeds, we're trying to do this, but from what I remember, Eric gave Kevin the pitch pretty early on. I just don't know if he was allowed to while he was still working with Vince, but I think once they gave the notice, it's kind of like whatever.
And you figure if Kevin was going to tell anybody, it was going to be Shawn.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Dwayne Atkinson.
Yes.
This pick, the second to last pick of the women's. Solid number 23.
23.
And that means Mike Nixon gets the final number of the initial draw.
Yes. If you're following along at home, we know what it is, but just for proprietary purposes.
Yeah. And that is right smack dab in the middle, number 15.
There you go.
All right. So just for the record, in case nobody's been following along with this, I will post the graphic onto my Twitter. So go follow me at Cherry Brand if you don't already, which I'm sure a lot of you do because that's where you found this information. But that's where I'm going to be posting all the numbers so that everybody can reference them.
Yes, we will definitely retweet that across the multiverse of media.
And this makes my life so much easier because the balls are already loaded for the men's.
It's always good when your balls are loaded.
Hey, these balls were dusty. I had to wash them.
Never good when your balls are dusty, baby. Gotta make them nice and shiny for the presentation, if you will. That's better. Good clean balls on hump day.
Exactly.
Damn it. We're going straight to hell, but I don't care at this point.
Well, hey, if it's anything like today, then
You know, seriously, this has been like the fastest 24 days to start a year, but man, they've been a whole lot of dog shit.
Yeah, not a fun year. So hey,
Not a fun year, man. We need to. We had the Rumble between going to the Rumble and having the Rumble be Saturday and going to see Paradise Kitty. Man, Saturday is going to be a nuts needed pick me up.
Yeah. Just in case anybody's not aware of the situation, I lost my job earlier today. So, so if you would, I don't. I'm not taking any of the charity money unless my number actually wins. But if you want to donate straight to yours truly, use that link, the Streamlabs link in the chat.
Yes.
I can catch up with wheel spins and whatnot next week.
Yes.
Because this is taking up the entire time.
Yes. And as Bobby Heenan said, you want to thank Greg with cash.
Yeah. That's the best one. In your opinion, which was the worst Royal Rumble so far?
Hard to argue at 95, 96.
Oh my goodness. Because I have my Royal Rumble project because I just updated it with the 2023.
Yes, you did. That's right. That's
as
true.
far as pay-per-view Royal Rumble matches,
yes,
there are a couple of televised ones that are below it. The pay-per-view matches of the Royal Rumble, 2012 is the worst.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. That was bad. That's horrible.
2012 has an incredibly weak field. It has Michael Cole as an entrant, so you be the judge. And it wasn't even like Michael Cole now, who we actually like respect and stuff. It was annoying heel announcer Michael Cole.
Yeah.
So,
well, was that the one that he and Booker and Lawler were all in it?
Yes.
Jesus.
All
yeah,
right,
that's that's 1/10 of the field right there, taken up by the freaking announce team at ringside. That tells you everything about that match right there.
And then you had, Primo and Epico as the tag team champions, and neither one of them lasted very long at all. You just had a whole bunch of people that you knew weren't going to win.
Yeah, that's what I've always disliked about most of the Royal Rumble matches. You knew based on what was going on, a pretty good idea what was going to happen. I like that that's not the case this year. I like that.
I like the fact that we don't know many people in the Rumble.
Yes, JJ said the same thing, and we're all like, we need to keep that the thing. Like, don't announce anybody else on SmackDown Friday. Just go into Saturday mostly blind. I'm here for that shit.
You don't. Here's my problem with announcing so many people beforehand. They sometimes switched it out the day of, so it's like, okay, they said this person was in it, but then they ended up not being in it. It's like.
Yeah.
So them announcing like a few people and then just filling the rest of the spots, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
It worked in 91 as everybody, because then they could do the whole storyline of, Savage bailing because he was afraid of the Ultimate Warrior killing him.
Yeah.
But, most years, if it's not an effective storyline device.
Yeah. All right. The Men's Royal Rumble. Let me spin this up because the first pick of this is going to go to Simon Renshaw.
Oh, okay.
I feel like these numbers are far more mixed up. So Simon got 14 in the women's, and for the men's, he gets an improvement. 24.
There you go. Let's see where I just saw that. Emmanuel Gunther's number did not surpass Bryan's in the Greatest Royal Rumble when he set the record last year, but Gunther does have the quote unquote traditional Royal Rumble record.
Yeah, he beat Mysterio's by almost 10 minutes.
Yeah. Gunther was literally just a boss in that match. My goodness.
All right. Next up is the reigning game night champion of Open Mic Night, me.
Oh, yes.
So let's see what we got here for me. I got 17 in the women's. For the men's, I'm getting. Hey, I will take the Shawn Michaels number all day. I will. I'm happy.
Right? Oh yeah, especially in the men's rumble. Hell yes.
Yes, I will take that all day. Listen, 17 and 18, I think that's far better than what I had last year. I think I had early numbers last year.
Yeah. The numbers were not your friend last year at all.
Not at all. But, you know what? I'm happy about that. I'll take it.
That's it. There you go.
Next up, look at the draw contestant, one of our favorite people in the world, Daisy.
Yay!
I don't know if you gave me a whole hour if I could say all the nice things I think about Daisy. I'd need more time.
I think a multiple panel hour couldn't fill up the amount of nice things we could say about Daisy still.
That's very true.
I mean, she's clearly willing to go the distance for this brand, man. Strawberry and chocolate syrup and eggs now. God bless her.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, like, if I ever get the money to, like, fund, like, the actual, like, Greg Cherry brand and do, like, a studio show, you know she's part of it. Like, you know she.
Yeah. God, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, Daisy, this is not much better of a number, but it's still a better number, 12.
Yes, that's true. That's fair.
All right. Greg Maher is up next.
All right.
He got 13 in the women's.
Yes.
So see what he gets in the men's. I'm waiting for somebody to double up numbers. That'd be fun.
JJ, we already done the men's. Yes, we're here. We're on the men's. We have started.
We just started the men's. And Greg Maher gets number 11. Jose Tabuada, who got number 30 in the women's, is getting the next pick. Oh, Jose Tabuada.
I love it.
Damn, man. Jose, I'll tell you what, man. You have solid numbers all around.
Can we get Jose to put in my pocket to go to Vegas on Saturday? Can I get him in my check bag?
I'll tell you what.
Oh, shit.
If you get two numbers to draw, you can't get much better than that. I'll tell you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, the only person who could surpass him is if Matty got number 30 for this one, because he's got 29 wins.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to officially go up there to gamble, but if I've got that kind of luck with me, I might as well try.
Yeah. Mike Peterson, who got number 21 in the last one.
All right. And again, 21 is a non-winner in both matches, so we'll see where he gets on this one.
Well, he's got a winner in the men's, number 14.
Ah, Mr. Nakamura. Yes.
Although it's still the cursed number.
Yes. Yes.
Number 14, Anthony Zatkos is up next. He got 19 in the women's. And in the men's, he's got pretty similar, number 20.
There you go. Surprisingly not a winner yet in Rumble history.
Yeah, I'm surprised 20 hasn't had one yet.
Yeah.
Next up, former four-time Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion, former Jack of all trades champion, first ever online Luck of the Draw champion, Mr. Jeff Meacham.
I think I'm trying to figure out what he's saying here. Have any of the winners?
Winners for the women, not been winners for the men's. 17.
Okay. Yes, 17. Charlotte. Yes.
I think that's it. Because
1-3. Yeah.
Ronda won from 28, which Batista's won from twice.
Yeah.
The one from 25, which Hogan's won from 25.
1990. Yep.
Let's see.
And 28.
Uncle won from Ric Flair's number 3.
And then number 1. Yeah.
And then Rhea won from number 1. So.
Yep.
So yeah, 17 is the only one that a woman has won from that. Jeff, Jeff, you got 10 in the women's and 10 in the men's. You got the Ty Dillinger spot, my man.
Sean Spears return confirmed. There it is, right there.
Yeah. And Peyton Royce, or is she pregnant again?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say if Peyton's pregnant again, then she won't be number 10. But
yeah, it's valid.
I'm pretty sure.
You know what? Marie Kanellis became 24/7 champion pregnant, so anything's. Although being a Rumble is probably a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah. Emmanuel said she is pregnant, so she won't be in the Rumble.
Well, then go get Billie Kay to take her spot. Why not?
Well, she might have been like just had a baby, so can't do that either. All right, next up, Ophelia Payne for the men's. Ophelia had 8. Oh, I didn't even draw a number. That's the ones. Hey, Greg, learn how to do this.
Just go can't count though. Buy that shirt, Greg Rayburn.
Exactly. Better number, 26.
There you go.
So 8 in the women's, but 26 on the men's. That's a significant improvement.
Pretty good ratio there. I like that.
At least as far as, the odds are better. Yeah. Corey Michaels next in the men's.
Yes, as she said, much better.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, winners have come from early spots, so you never know. Corey Michaels. Well, there's our first single digit of the men's. Number 7.
There you go.
So Corey Michaels had 25 in the women's, and this is a much earlier spot.
But 25 is a winner in the women's, unlike his number in the men's. So,
yeah. Kenzie, who's Kyle's wife, she had a late number. She had 28 in the women's, which is won twice for that particular match. And in the men's, another number that's won twice, 19. As far as Rumble history goes, Kenzie's got some pretty solid numbers.
13, again, not the most popular of winners, but.
All right. Here's Maddie Laws, who got number 29 in the women's.
Maddie Laws, you have a draw at the front desk and you're still asleep.
And his number.
Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
I joked that he is the only person who could have beaten Jose's numbers, and he now has number 30 for the men's. Like, that is ridiculous luck.
It's ridiculous. And
he
yes,
doesn't
Cape Rare.
have luck for luck at the draw, because he's been the first one out twice.
Yes.
This is his penance, I guess.
Yeah. I think the universe knew I was going to have a bad day, but look at the draw. So they just made my day bad outside of the shows and just get me off the air.
Yeah.
I was determined to be in syrup that day, it looked like. And yes, for the record, 27, Austin Stone Cold was number 2, lucky at the time, lucky 27 in 2001.
Yeah. Because 4 winners have come from 27. Next up, the Wolfman. Not to be confused with the Wolf Dogs on NXT.
No.
Alexa, stop. I'm not talking to you. Wolfman had 18 in the women's, 2 in the men's.
Hopefully we'll hear that name that you just tried to keep quiet on Saturday. Because
I don't know like how like much time you need post having a child to compete.
No, but she's at least a couple of months removed. now.
She's a couple months, but she might need more time. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, every single birth and postpartum situation is different. So,
because it's the same for Carmella.
right. Exactly. Yeah. They had theirs around the same time. So,
Dwayne Atkinson, who got number 23, a pretty solid draw when he was second to last to pick. Gets an earlier pick this time and gets number 4.
yet to win in the men's rumble.
Yet to win in either one.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, Matt, hit that like button. I appreciate.
Yes, always appreciate that, Matt. Thank you.
Any shares of this show.
Yes.
Because quite frankly, we want to grow this beyond just doing the Rumble draw for charity, beyond just looking to draw. We just want to grow this channel, make it a fun and immersive experience for audience. That's what we want. Next up, Stat Boy's first to 2. Can he get number 1 again? On the other end, where Matty Laws is the luckiest, is Stat Boy going to be the unluckiest as far as draws go? And his number, his first number, I should say. Okay, he did better. 17.
Definitely better. Yes.
And we go right from Stat Boy to Dory Lou. I swear I mixed these names up. And Dory Lou's first number is going to be... Did she get that number either? No. She got 9 and 27, and she's somewhere in the middle with this first one, 15. All right.
For the record, Josh, on your comment, Ronda Rousey had her baby in September and then went to win the Rumble in January. So that's quite a bit longer than Carmella and Alexa are currently sitting.
Yeah. Dwayne says he sent me a little present. I'll have to check that out.
Well, we appreciate that, brother.
I definitely do appreciate that. Mike Nixon's first to 2 because he actually sandwiches Ryan with a Mark order. Mike's first to 2.
Ryan sandwich.
There you go. Is that like a Stagger Lee sandwich?
Definitely not a Stagger Lee sandwich.
23 is Mike's first number.
By the way, happy belated birthday as far as on screen to Stagger Lee, and God bless the welcoming back of your hair, dude. That dude's hair is longer than it was during the XMV years.
Wow.
He's got like here, like for real.
Now he just needs a staggering beard.
Right?
If you
and
know,
don't
you know.
don't bet on it going into Mania this time.
Yeah. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you probably won't. Ryan of the Mark order.
Yes, we can't air a single one of those ever again. So
Number 29.
That's hell of a lucky one. There you go.
That is. Brock Lesnar and Edge have won from 29. Solid. All right, next up, I say it was Sandwich and Ryan, so here's Mike Nixon's second pick.
Actually, Josh, the bet for Lee had nothing to do with Matt Cardona or Zack Ryder, but there you go.
No. Josh, you probably were very much a youngin' when that episode aired.
Yeah. We're talking like early 2006, brother.
Yeah. Mike Nixon has number 8.
Oh, there you go. And I think JJ is correct. The longer hair on Stagger Lee is a consolation for having not through WrestleMania 9, but WrestleMania 2 as well.
Well, at least he only had to sit through the Chicago portion of that.
Yeah. I guess Chicago part wasn't that bad.
I was gonna say if you had to deal with the, like big screens for like the closed circuit or whatever, then maybe.
Well, you had the live battle royal with Andre winning. You had the tag title match, which was a hell of a match. So,
all right, next up, Dory Lou.
But yeah, but yeah, 9 was the shits. Fair point.
Dory Lou had 9 and 27. This time she has 15 and 13.
There you go, keeping it in the same area. I like that.
All right. Yudo Mahon. Yudo, who had number 3 in the women's.
Oof.
I mean, I guess it's still possible for him to have worse luck than Stat Boy.
True, this is true.
And this might do it. Number 9.
Oh yeah, that's
Number 9. Sorry.
Number 9. Yeah. Number 9, great movie line, not so fun on the Rumble.
You say you want a revolution. Yeah, Brian Doyle. All right, Brian Doyle's next.
Oh, by the way, the next episode of Dads is going to be a special Friday episode on the actual to-the-date anniversary of the Beatles' first time on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh, there you go.
Top 10 Beatles songs.
Brian Doyle had number 26 in the women's, number 3 in the men's.
Oof. That's a big difference.
Very much a big difference.
Yes.
My boy T-Fame is up next. All right, Fame, you got number 2 in the last one. Much better. Much better.
There it is.
Number 27. There you go. Hasn't
Love to
won
see it.
since Austin in 2001, but I'll tell you what. Maybe Punk will draw that as his tribute to Austin.
There you go.
It's weird to say that Punk's going to be in the Royal Rumble this year.
You know, I was thinking the other day, it's like they were walking out, him and Cody Monday night. They were talking about the last time he was in a televised match. Like, oh shit, that was the Rumble 10 years ago.
And both Fame and I were there for that.
That's right. Whoa. Shit is weird, brother.
2024 is already an incredibly weird year.
Yeah.
Next up, JJ.
All right, Renegade. Hope you're still watching, brother.
JJ is number 4 in the women's. Much better. Much better, JJ.
There you go.
25 in the men's. You know, one year, I think it was before we started doing this game online, I had 25 in the men's and 14 in the women's. And that was 2018. And 14 in the men's one and 25 in the women's one. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
That would be the way to bite the Rumble guy in the ass.
Oh, yeah. It's like you have the right numbers, you have the wrong Rumble.
That's right. Right numbers, wrong time. Oh man, that's a statistical nightmare on top of being a Rumble fan nightmare.
Well,
Jesus.
speaking of statistical, Stat Boy.
Hey, here we go. Who has been working very hard for Saturday. I'm very proud of him, and I hope we get a good thing during the Rumble watch along.
Well, Stat Boy had 17 for this one, and he also had 11 and 1 for the women's. Stat Boy, you better hope that there's some long distance people this year. The numbers are not. They're not.
Endurance is your friend this year, Stat Boy. Endurance is your friend. I played the long game, Mikey.
All right. Kyle of the is up next. He drew 7 for the women's.
Yes.
And 6 for the men's.
Yes.
He's almost in the same boat as Stat Boy there.
Almost. My goodness. And Mikey had 2 each, and he still ended up with shit.
Yeah, he has 2 each, and oof. Yikes.
Oof. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah, very much.
Boy.
Collins. Hopefully not
Collins.
this week. so she can enjoy it not so sticky.
Yes.
Out of context, that sounds horrible, but if you watch this
Yeah.
program,
Yeah.
Collins has where was the had 16 for the women's.
Shit.
So you and Collins both. What are the odds of that? That you both have the same number for both matches?
Yeah. Two different people having the same number in both matches is it has to be some sort of weird cosmic shit going on.
At least it'll be easy to remember. It's like you don't have
that's
to
fair. That's fair.
You know what number you have for both matches.
Yeah, if the show's laid out like I think it's going to be, I'll probably be watching the men's rumble from the venue for the Paradise Kitty show. So I'll probably be sitting there nervous as hell for the first 20 minutes of the match until I find out who it is.
All right, Chris Cass is next. He had number 12 for the women's. We still have not drawn the number 1 entry for the men's.
That's true.
And we still haven't. Number 22.
All right. 22, the winner in 2002 and 2012.
Yes. So either Big Bowler G or Joe Slavinsky is going to get the number 1 entry. I'm trying to think what other number has not been selected.
Without looking right now.
So if Big Bowler G does not get number 1, I know who has it.
Right.
So this is yours, G. Your women's pick was number 5.
Uh-oh. There it is. There's a number 1. Speak its name and it shall appear. It's like Joe Hendry and shit.
Now he's probably very glad that he paid for additional numbers.
No shit, right? But hey, he's sitting there in country with Shawn Michaels, He Who Shall Not Be Named, and Edge. So, you know.
And Rhea.
Yeah, exactly.
21 is what Joe Slavinsky gets. All right, so we have our field. I will not go over all the numbers to recap.
So
because I'll just post that online of who gets what.
Yes.
But I can move this, and we still got 20 minutes of show left. Sweet. So I can actually talk like a normal person on the show now.
Hey, he's here. What do you know? All right. Well, in that case, we'll go ahead, and since we've got about 20 minutes in theory, if we stick to our usual shtick. Where did it go? There it is.
Well, Josh asked if I would make predictions for the Rumble event.
That's what we're doing.
Are there only 3 matches announced?
4. The 2 Rumbles, the Roman Reigns match, and this.
Oh, did they just announce that, or was that a couple weeks ago on Smack?
It's been in the cards since Kevin won the Contenders tournament.
Okay. So Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. I feel like Logan Paul is going to win this one.
Okay.
And just because, like, there's talk of him facing LA Knight at WrestleMania, so I think Logan.
Here for that. Oh man.
I think Logan retains in this instance.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Okay. Very cool. Women's Rumble. Officially announced, we have Becky, Nia, Bianca, and Bayley. Lots of bees.
Yeah. This one is very hard to predict.
Okay.
Which I love. I love the fact that it is. I want to say, since I don't think Sasha is coming back.
Okay.
And Dwayne, that is incredibly sweet. I just saw what you donated. Thank you very much.
It's a good man, Dwayne Atkinson.
Yes. I lost what I was going to say. I feel like since Sasha is not going to be in the match, that Bailey should win.
Okay. Greg disagrees, but all right. I mean, sorry, you're Greg. JJ disagrees. I'm tired. Don't mind me.
Well, who did JJ say?
JJ hasn't said yet. He said nobody pictured is going to win.
Nobody pictured is going to win.
Yeah.
Well,
Josh, however, is saying that his picks in order are Bailey, Becky, and Jade. For what it's worth.
I don't know. Like, can you imagine, though, Rhea Ripley against Jade Cargill at WrestleMania? Because I feel like you're not going to have Jade go after Io.
Yeah.
You're going to want, like, the big-time match.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think Becky wins the Rumble. I think Becky wins the Chamber.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's why I say Bailey wins the women's. Again, this is conducive on Sasha not being in the match.
Yes. Yes.
Because if Sasha's in the match, Sasha winning that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safe bet if she appears, right? So that's just two men's opinion. Take it for what it's worth.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with the men's rumble next because I really want to get deep on the Universal Championship match.
Yeah.
Because this one's so wide open, even with more people in it, it's still so wide open.
It's very wide open. You're gonna have so many possibilities here. Like Cody could win it, would make sense. Punk would win it, would make sense. Gunther could win and it would make sense. Drew could win again and it would make sense. Could a surprise entrant win the men's? I doubt it, unless it's The Rock. But I have a feeling that The Rock is not just going to want to win the Rumble and face Roman at WrestleMania. I feel like that story is another year off if they do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I figure they're going to want, much like WrestleMania 27 to 28, they're going to want that time to build Rock and Roman.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I think it's been built under the radar for so long now. And The Rock being on, I don't know if you watch ESPN First Take or not. When they named him to the board, he talked about, he kept dancing around and saying, if we do WrestleMania, if we, and man, he all but, had it come spilling out of his damn mouth that it was going to be in Philadelphia. So I tend to believe it's going to happen this year.
This story that was posted all over Twitter came from Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it did.
I have a problem with that being a source, considering it was just announced, last week or the week before, that Sports Illustrated was laying off their entire staff.
Right. Yeah.
So the timing of it is very suspect. I don't follow that. I don't think that they're going to announce. This Saturday is going to be pretty much. We're not going to know anything until Saturday. Really?
No, we're not, and that's what's great.
We can speculate all we want. We don't know who's actually going to do anything at WrestleMania.
Right.
Which is the way it should be. Like, I don't want a predictable winner, even if it makes the most. So having doubt in there it's nice. And Josh is basically in the same boat. Sean has not confirmed anything that was said in the Sports Illustrated post.
Well, but again, there's that polarizing thing of when he's correct and when he's not correct. So I don't believe anything until I see it with my own two eyes when it comes to the Royal Rumble anymore. I just don't.
And that's fair. Like,
yeah. Going back to the women's real quick.
Really, I feel like the Sports Illustrated story was very much speculation. I don't think there was any legitimate sources confirmed behind that. I think it's just an opinion. I don't think
No, I
it's
agree.
anything overly special. So, again, we will wait and see.
Yeah. Jay and I talked about this on. Hang on.
No.
Yeah. No, because Dolph was in the Rumble when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. At least I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Edge was too, if I remember right. No, he was. Never mind. Forget it. Sorry, forgot that whole year. I like the way that Jay laid this out. I think we did it either during our breaking news thing on Monday or on Tuesday, or our dad's on Tuesday. I would like it if this was the way it was going to play out before Charlotte got injured, and if it's still going to be 4-on-4 and Trinity is done with TNA and she's going to go back to being Naomi, then I'm okay with. I would love to see a showcase like that because there's so much good in there that I feel like unless Bayley wins the Rumble and she's going to challenge Io, they need to have as much talent in the women's division showcase as possible.
The problem with doing an 8-woman tag at WrestleMania is wouldn't you have to get the title off of Io, or would you have a defending or like a reigning champion not defend a title at WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
either
the problem I have with that booking.
No, and I agree with that. I'm pretty sure I said that to him too. It's like if they're going to go with it and not have it be the moment that Bayley would have had to have already turned at that point for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just again, there's so much that can happen. So much has already happened in the last 24 days, and it feels like we're going to keep getting put back on our toes, and I'm here for it every step of the way, which is why I wanted to do this match last. Come on, where'd it go? Oh, I don't have it yet. Sorry, I screwed up. Hang on.
No, it's okay. Because I wanted to add to this.
Oh, okay.
In addition to Dolph and Damian Priest, Carmella was also in the Royal Rumble as Money in the Bank.
There you go.
I wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, and Josh's valid point. You know, we went to WrestleMania 26 with both the champions in that 10 Diva tag match, and then there was no championship match following year.
That was just shit.
27 was so focused on the return of The Rock and his interactions with the championship and with Cena that they got so tunnel visioned. It was ridiculous. It was awful.
27 had 2 title matches. 2.
Yeah. Period. Not just
you had the Intercontinental Champion and the Tag Team Champions on the same team, mind you.
Yes.
Lose in a minute and a half to the Big Show, Santino Marella, Kane, and Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
And Kofi was a last-minute substitute.
Yeah. Yep. And the championship matches bookended the show.
Yeah.
Because there were the world title, the world title and the WWE title. And the world title, we didn't know at the time, was Edge's last match. Yeah. It was a rough Mania.
If it wasn't for Triple H and The Undertaker, 27 might have been worse than 9.
Yeah. And it was such a, I won't say challenging because we did have a place to be safe and a place to be thanks to JJ and his family. But 2011 was such a rough first quarter of the year anyway that just Mania just reflected everything that was going on. It was bad. All right. I want to hear your thoughts on this because I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm either going to be on the No DQ predictions tomorrow or I'm going to wait until day of because I won't be able to be on Simply Predicting with Noah and JJ and the team because I'll be on the road Friday night. But I definitely want your thoughts on this match. Is this the time?
If there was any time to get the championship off of Roman without actually beating Roman, this would be the match to do it. Are they going to do it? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
If they do it, The Rock and Roman is happening at WrestleMania, not for the title,
nope,
but for the table.
Yeah.
Which, quite frankly, is what the match should be about anyway.
It should be. It absolutely should be, especially with the announcement this week, because Rock's literally at a better seat at the table of the company than Roman could ever possibly be.
Yeah.
For real.
So, if I was going to have anybody win this match that would make the most sense, it would probably be Orton.
No, I agree.
Listen, I would not complain about an AJ Styles Cody Rhodes match at WrestleMania.
Nope.
Or an AJ Styles CM Punk match at WrestleMania.
Nor would I.
Or an LA Knight versus Gunther match. Listen, there's so many possibilities in this.
Yep.
Granted, I still think Stephen Punk is happening on the Raw side. So
yeah, it seems like we're supposed to believe that. JJ, I think, for me, has the best scenario. Orton pins Styles. Orton defends against Cody. That way Cody can finish the story and then he stops saying that damn phrase, but it's against his own mentor.
Yeah.
For the championship.
Storyline wise, that makes so much sense.
Right?
And granted, they faced off at WrestleMania before.
Yes, they did.
That was in a triple threat with DiBiase.
Yes.
This match would mean so much more to both Orton and to Cody.
Yes, it would. I would be, honestly, that would be the only way I would be okay with Cody not having done it when they were here.
Yeah.
If it's not against Roman and Cody actually wins the damn title.
And that's the thing. Like Cody has to win the title.
Yeah. If Cody gets in the main spot again, he has to win.
If he doesn't do it this year, I feel like the moment is going to jump the shark and it won't be as impactful. If he doesn't doing it ever.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not saying it has to be at WrestleMania. I mean, it does in this case, but him finishing the story would have to be either at WrestleMania or in Madison Square Garden, or hell, both, but they're never going to do WrestleMania in the Garden again. The Garden's too small a venue now. And yes, Josh, I understand that was originally your idea that you've been saying since November, and I don't disagree with that. And to JJ's point, it's another royal family story because the Ortons have a great legacy in wrestling too. Hell, the group was called Legacy, for crying out loud. So I
feel like if they were going to build up to that they should have Ted Jr. at one point in that story. Like I know, like just for like a little bit of a throwback segment. It doesn't even have to be a big deal, but just the interaction and just to put the history aspect on how far Cody and Randy go back, because Randy really goes back to the beginning of Cody's career in WWE. Because Dusty introduced Cody to Randy, and then Orton slapped Dusty in the face, and that was Cody Rhodes' first time on TV. Cody Rhodes' first match in WWE was against Randy Orton.
That's true.
So you want to say you finish the story, finish it the same way you started it, and face Randy Orton.
Yep, that's that long-term storytelling phrase. Yeah, and that was the point I was going to bring up. I'm pretty sure Teddy Jr. is still dealing with legal shenanigans. So
was it Ted Jr. or was it Brett that was dealing with it?
It was Brett at first, and then Ted Jr. got implicated himself.
I got you. Well, then that throws that
Teddy,
out point.
Teddy, the $1 Million Man's the only one that's not been implicated yet. And I'm hoping it's not, man, because Ted Sr. still seems to be doing well with this podcast. I hope they don't. I hope he wasn't involved. I really do. Dylan, you need to be ready. Grandpa's on his way.
I mean, you know what they say. Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, it's accurate.
And Josh,
but yeah.
I feel like last year they did Roman as the main event because of the Sami Zayn segment.
Yep.
I feel like that's why they did it.
Yes.
Roman is either going to kick off the show or be in the title match before the men's Rumble.
Yeah, I think the Rumble should bookend the show this year, personally. Because
Rhea's not defending her title.
Nope.
Io's not defending her title.
No. And having only 4 matches booked, both Rumbles have the opportunity to do that full hour.
Yeah.
Which would be nice, honestly.
I mean, they can go back to 2-minute entries if they're only going to have 4 matches on the show.
Yeah, exactly. That way you give this match plenty of time. And the U.S. Championship can be after the Women's Rumble and still get at least a decent amount of time, because Logan has shown that he can go more than once now. There's no denying his commitment to the cause here. And Kevin Owens, as much as Kevin Steen and I got sideways when he was at PWG, I have so much more respect for Kevin Owens than I ever thought I could. So I am here for a U.S. Championship match. I'm not saying Kevin should win. I think if you asked me this a year ago, I want Kevin Owens to win. But I definitely want to see Logan Paul have a sustained, long reign. And I want that to be the moment for LA Knight in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
To be not only win the U.S. Championship and start his path to finally being a WWE World Champion, but to be one of the craziest success stories out of a celebrity becoming a superstar in Logan Paul. That's great for both of them at the end of the day.
Logan Paul has added more than anybody thought he would to WWE. And
absolutely.
Regardless of your opinion of him and the admittedly terrible things he's done in his past,
yes,
inside the ring, you can't really argue that he's one of the most athletic people you've ever seen. It's one of those things, if you don't like him, that's fine. Not a lot of people. But you can't deny his athleticism and his commitment to actually putting on good matches. You can't say that about a bunch of celebrities. No. You can say it about Logan Paul. You can say it about Bad Bunny. And that might be where the list ends.
No, I agree with that. I think both those guys have shown that the era where the celebrity's name can carry them through a WWE or WCW or whatever appearance is over. It has to be. As far as JJ's take, I think if the women's Royal Rumble backstory had more oomph to it, possibly. But I think the men's Rumble has more sizzle to it for me.
It does. If Bayley's story was more built up, and granted, they've been doing a great job of telling the Bayley and Damage Control story for the last couple months.
It's very subtle.
But it's not built up to a big enough moment yet for it to main event. It's a good story. Don't get me wrong. But I also want to address this. You want to see Jade Cargill debut and break the elimination streak of Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill very well may get the elimination record this year if she does enter. Rhea doesn't have the elimination record, though, in the Rumble match, as far as a single Rumble. That is co-held by Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler in 2020, the same match.
Yep.
So NXT dominated the hell out of that match that year.
Yeah. There's a couple different comments in there about MJF. I still, we've learned with Vince McMahon's ins and outs, never say never.
Yeah.
This might be maybe one of the rare things where I'm going to go, I don't think so.
Not this year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can continue to address comments, and I will work on the numbers, as it were. But we're at the 8 o'clock hour, so
go and have a dynamite.
I will be posting all of these for everybody to see over on my Twitter at Greg Cherrybrand. We thank you very much for joining us for the Royal Rumble numbers draw for the 988 Lifeline donation.
Yes.
And we got quite a few donations even after the fact. So thank you for that. We will see you next time for just a regular old episode of the Greg Cherry Show. It's been a while since we've done just one of those.
Yeah. It's cool to be back. I'm always happy to be back. We're sorry we didn't get Matty in. Hopefully he's sleeping okay. Enjoy Dynamite tonight. Join us for the Rumble on Saturday, guys. Please, everybody come watch the Royal Rumble with us. It's going to be fun.
There you go. All right. Have a good night. Don't be a jag. And we'll see you next week on The Greg Cheer Show.